Hi guys, Yuri here again. As you can see, there's a new box announced for Paldean Fates. Nobody basically expected this to come. And like the thing is it a reprint or not? We're gonna talk about that in a minute, but we're gonna read everything about this box in a second. We see the box itself. It's the Grey Tusk and Iron Threads EX Premium Collection. And it has 11 booster packs of Paldean Fates, so it's similar to the Zacian Zamazenta boxes from Crown Zenith, or the box that still has to be released for Prismatic Evolutions, the figure collection. But this is not a premium figure collection. What does it have are two full art shinies that are actually also the same promos, it seems like, as the promos we've gotten in the Paldean Fates tins. The only one is missing that is missing is the Charizard. But that one is not in here. There are a couple of other cards here, but they don't seem to be that all that special. We don't know if there's a different holo pattern on them. That could be, but you don't really see it from this picture. And there is an exclusive full art Grey Tusk EX. That will probably not be too popular in itself, but most people just would be very happy to get something from Paldean Fates again, because this is a while ago since we've had the last product from Paldean Fates, even though we've seen this before. Like 151 got the Blooming Waters Premium Collection way after the other products had already been released. So in that sense, it's not that strange, right? But let's read upon this. So, Paldean Fates, Grey Tusk EX and Iron Threads EX Premium Collection releasing in December. That's still like 3 months away almost. So that's still quite a while. And that's almost 2 years after the initial release of Paldean Fates. A new Paldean Fates collection will release in December. We don't know the exact price or release date yet. Well, it depends, of course. Like, they're probably not gonna release this at MSRP or whatever, or at retail price. I don't know. Except if these, and there's a good possibility these come again in the big retail stores, like in the United States, like Sam's Club, or I don't remember the other one. Sam's Club and Costco, like stores like that maybe, and those will probably sell it at a really low price, but that's gonna have the same effect as most products do. There's a lot of people gonna try and get their hands on them there, and there's probably gonna be some backdoor selling. I don't know, like you hear all these stories about that. So I don't know, even if there's a price that they will ask, it's probably gonna be very tough to find it for that price, even though we don't know that price just yet. And the release date, well, somewhere in December. This product comes 2 years after the release of Paldean Fates, which was back in January 2024. Yeah, exactly. It includes 11 booster packs of Paldean Fates and 5 reprinted cards. Promo Grey Tusk EX and Iron Threads EX from the Paldean Fates tins, a jumbo version of the Iron Threads EX, and Grey Tusk and Iron Threads from Temporal Forces. It's possible the regular Grey Tusk and Iron Threads will be printed on Cosmos holofoil paper, which would make them exclusive prints to this collection. And that would be okay. I mean, it will not be the most sought after just for the promos. It will be sought after because of the packs of Paldean Fates and what recently has gone on with the price of Paldean Fates, which is absolutely insane. It's going for some products, it's going more insane than 151 even. We're gonna take a look at that in a second. But the thing is, like, is this a reprint? Fact is, we don't know. I don't think we know this. But an indication that it might not be a reprint are these promos, these shiny full art promos from the tins, because back when the tins released, as we said before, Charizard is not in here. And obviously, when those 3 tins released, Charizard in the tin was the most popular out of the 3. So that got sold out really quickly. Most stores got sold out of the Charizard. I noticed that when I tried to buy some of the tins, and it was tougher to find a Charizard for sure. And a lot of stores also sold that one for a higher price than the other 2. And I could have seen, like, back when Paldean Fates released, there was a lot of product. It was not hard to find. I was able to buy tons of products for so cheap. I was able to buy ETB cases for like 300 or 320 euros. That's insane, right? Same thing for the tins and such. It was easy to get, but that also probably meant that some stores weren't able to sell their Grey Tusk and Iron Threads tins with that, and maybe they just sent the product back to Pokemon, and then they decided to use them in some of these boxes now. Of course, like, the jumbo card here is new, so they really have to make that one, even though it's the same print as the smaller version here, and they have to print the box, but still, like, it can indicate that it's not exactly a reprint, but they just used product that was still available. Then the other question is, though, like, why would it not? Why it would be a reprint? It is strange that it comes this late, and actually just in a moment that Paldean Fates is extremely popular because of the Bubble Mew, the Charizard is rising, and the Gardevoir as well. It's Paldean Fates is at its most popular point it has been so far, and right now they announce a new product for Paldean Fates. Like, it could be, in my opinion, it could be that they just saw the huge success and price rises for Paldean Fates and thought, okay, maybe it will not hurt if we, like, reprint Paldean Fates and bring tons of product on the market like that, with some of these promos that we still have left, maybe from the tins. But maybe they did reprint the packs. I don't know. I think there's an argument for both sides of the spectrum right here. But I'm kind of excited for that. It depends on what the price will be, or what the price they will sell these boxes at. I would like to get my hands on a couple of these, but not per se as an investment. I think there's a good chance, like, if I want to open something from Paldean Fates and these are at a decent price, it's probably gonna be one of these boxes that I would open, because there's quite a couple of packs in them, and there's no way that I'm opening some of my ETBs or like my only 1 or 2 PC ETBs that I have. I'm not opening those, so this might be one of the only products left that I would open from Paldean Fates. But okay, so that's the biggest news for today. There is a couple of other stuff, or a couple of other things that I want to talk about as well, because it has been a while since I've done a update on the channel here. First, the newest, or the most recent news. We've gotten the Yamper illustration rare from Inferno X. We also have the Togedemaru illustration rare from Inferno X. Both look really cute, really cool. Let's see the Yamper here. It's not that sharp because it's actually a picture from somebody holding it. But it looks nice. A lot of cool and warm colors here in this one. Oh, we don't really need to. That was an advertisement. But okay, this looks kind of nice. And then we have Togedemaru. I prefer this one slightly, I'd say. But then again, I just have a bias for like greenery and like green, yellow color and such, like nature. It just speaks to me a little bit more. I like both of them though. That is not the biggest news, but there's some more stuff to talk about. Because in Phantasmal Flames, where these illustration wares most likely will be featured, there has been a rumor going on that, I mean, it's not really a fully a rumor. It's more like a speculation, but it's like calculated. Apparently, Mega Gengar EX, we know Mega Gengar is going to be in Phantasmal Flames. He's on the pack art, for goodness sake, so he will have a card in the set. But we haven't really had any confirmation of an SIR of Mega Gengar, nor did we have a confirmation that there's not gonna be an SIR for Gengar. But I saw a post from Dama and a video where he explained his reasoning why he thinks there's not gonna be a Mega Gengar EX SIR in Phantasmal Flames, which of course would be a bit of a bummer because a lot of people were so hyped for Phantasmal Flames, and a big reason was Mega Gengar in addition to Mega Charizard. Of course, Mega Charizard will still be in the set. That's just, we know that. But Mega Gengar just lifted it up to a whole other level. And when I saw the video from Dama, I understood all his arguments and all his points. But at the end of the day, we don't know for sure. And I know the likelihood of Mega Gengar having an SIR in Phantasmal Flames does seem a lot less likely than there would be one in the set. But then again, and he, like Dama also said, he would love to be wrong on this. But the only way he would be wrong on this is if Pokemon changed their game, did it completely different than they ever have. But then again, they've done some stuff that they've never done before either. So I would not be surprised if they also would do it a little bit differently. Usually we know all the cards first in Japanese before we know them in English. But recently I've noticed that that's not always been the case. We've gotten a couple of examples that where we've known some cards before in English before we got to know them in Japanese. Now, I guess we'll have to wait eventually to see if there's going to be a Mega Gengar SIR in Phantasmal Flames. If there's going to be, I think Dama will be super happy because he really wants that. But he will be very surprised because all of his arguments were really valid, I feel like. So I still hope there is going to be a Mega Gengar SIR in the set, because if that's the case, that's probably going to be the most hyped set of the last couple of years, actually. If there's not, I think it's a little bit of a missed opportunity. And I don't know if we will get a Mega Gengar SIR in a future set. They should make one. They know how popular Mega Gengar is. They should make one. The set after that is going to be Mega Dream EX, apparently. But that's going to be in Japan, right? I don't know. But I was thinking at the same time, I was actually also thinking, what if they decide to wait with Mega Gengar until they bring a shiny set like Paldean Fates, like Shining Fates, like Hidden Fates, waiting until they have a shiny set with shiny Mega Gengar SIR. Now that would be dope, I think. Now we have no info of any shiny set coming soon, whatever. So I don't think they will actually do that. But I just thought that was a cool idea, and I wouldn't mind them skipping Mega Gengar EX SIR in Phantasmal Flames if they would bring an SIR of Mega Gengar, the shiny version, in a shiny set. That would be just insane. But okay, so that was actually the biggest news of the whole. No, not the biggest news, but that was actually most of what I wanted to talk about in this video. There's a couple of smaller things here that I want to talk about regarding the game, the game of Legends EA. Right? I've talked about when Mega Halucha got released or revealed, let's say. In the meantime, we've gotten a couple of other Megas. The next one actually in line was Mega Malamar. And I don't know, like it's very divided opinions about a lot of these Megas. And I actually love Mega Malamar. I really like what it looks like, the slim and hypnotic atmosphere with him, the colors, the smoothness, the creepiness. It's a bit of a trippy Pokemon, the Mega version, but I like it. I like it a lot, actually, what it does. I love the video that they made with it as well. And then in the new trailer that we've gotten a while ago right now, we've gotten 5 new Megas, and the 2 that are actually the least, that were not expected, we didn't know about those, were the 2 versions of Mega Raichu. Mega Raichu X and Mega Raichu Y. So they did the similar thing as they've done to Mega Charizard. Although I don't think we've gotten confirmation on the types of Mega Raichu. Most people do prefer Mega Raichu X, so do I. But I've seen a comparison. Some people said Mega Raichu X is an actual Mega Raichu, and Mega Raichu Y looks more like a Mega Pikachu. I can see where they come from with that. But of course, then we've gotten the 3 Kalos starters getting a Mega. Chestnut, we have Delphox and Greninja getting their Megas. And I think all 3 look really great. I mean, relatively. Like, I think Chestnut looks way better in his Mega than he does in his regular form. I think the biggest improvement is with Mega Delphox, in my opinion. I think from being probably one of the least loved final starter evolutions, they've done a great job with Mega Delphox. I really love the design here, much more than the regular Delphox. And Mega Greninja, I mean, Greninja in itself is already so popular. I think it's really cool they flipped him upside down on his Shuriken. That's a really cool idea. In itself, there's not too much of a visual difference when it comes to his body, I think. I think the biggest difference is probably like the water Shuriken shapes here on his head. There's not too many differences, I think, with Greninja, but it's really cool. But I think the biggest improvement is with Mega Delphox there. But yeah, so guys, that's gonna be it when it comes to this update video. So biggest news is probably the Paldean Fates new product that is gonna release in December. Let me know, guys, what do you think? Do you think this is a reprint? Or do you think this is just some restock from leftover product that they still had? If it's still leftover product, it surprises me that they've waited this long, but it could be that they just, I mean, yeah, when would they have released this if Paldean Fates was not popular at all? Like, I don't know. I think it might be a reprint, the packs at least. But yeah, I guess we'll find out how much product is gonna come in December. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna leave it there. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share the video. Also, don't forget to check out some of my other update videos on the channel or some of my openings. I really appreciate your support, guys. Thank you so much, and see you guys next time. Bye.